Well, let's take you to that story we had promised you earlier regarding the members of County Assembly and their needs and wants. Now, Kenyan taxpayers stand to lose over 4.4 billion shillings should President Uhuru Kenyatta convince the Treasury to give car grants to members of the county assemblies. Economic pundits and the World Bank have warned the government against excessive borrowing to cater for the bloated wage bill. Patrick Amimo now has the latest developments on the raging debate on the public wage bill.
When members of the county assemblies from the 47 counties converged in Mombasa, they used the occasion to seek the president's intervention to get car grants as opposed to loans.
Mumewapatia 2 million plus 3 million all loan. They are suggesting that because it is not even equal to the grant of a car to an MP, ingekuwa grant too. We are very lucky that we are with you, the biggest man in the Republic of Kenya.
Kama itakuwa loan, iwe loan kwa kila mtu. Kama itakuwa grant, lazima iwe grant kwa kila mtu.
The total number of members of county assemblies is 2,222. Out of these, 1,450 are elected members, 188 nominated members who represent the marginalized, and 584 are women members for gender balance. Should the MCAs loans be converted into grants, the taxpayer would lose over 4.4 billion shillings that would have been directed towards development.
I guess if it was a loan, then it's got to be paid back, whereas a grant is not going to be paid back effectively. So if the money was being lent to them, yes, they would pay interest at very beneficial rates. Not many people can borrow at 3% in Kenya today.
If we agree that the MCAs are doing a useful job and this country needs them, then I have no problem at all with them being facilitated.
In November last year, the Salaries and Remunerations Commission agreed to a sweet deal with members of the county assemblies, giving them 3 million shillings mortgage and 2 million shillings car loan, all of which were to be repaid within their current elective terms at the rate of 3%. MCAs were also awarded higher mileage allowances of 39,528 shillings, up from 20,000 shillings, while they will not travel more than 45 kilometers return journeys to their assemblies. In situations where they exceeded 90 kilometers, the extra miles were to be reimbursed at the rate of 109 shillings and 80 cents for every mile, as long as the car in question has a capacity of between 2,000 cc's and 3,000 cc's. The Salaries Commission then said the facilitative allowances, which are mileage and sitting allowances, changed by 39.7% from the previous budget of 2.18 billion shillings per annum to 3.39 billion shillings per annum.
My feeling is that this wage bill and all the associated allowances and perks and everything that go with it are unsustainable in the long run unless the economy takes off, tax collections take off, and all indications right now are that that's not happening.
The November deal saw the overall wage bill of the members of county assemblies rise by 45.8% to 8.3 billion shillings from 5.78 billion shillings. But the government has continued to complain of bloated wage bill and stating its intention to tame the situation.
Kama serikali ya kitaifa na serikali za counties lazima tutembee sambamba, tuondoe ufisadi, tuondoe wastage, tuondoe uzembe, ndio tuweze sisi wote kuhakikisha kwamba zile pesa zote zimetengwa za kufanya kazi kwa wananchi, zinafanya kazi kwa wananchi, haziibiwi, hazitumiki vibaya.
The World Bank and the IMF, for the first time that I can remember, have actually sort of issued a red flag saying that perhaps we're borrowing too much, which has never been, I've never seen that before. One thing that government can do, and maybe has started but not got very far, is to focus on wasteful expenditure. I mean, you know, people talked about no business class fares, no retreats to Mombasa, etc. Now that makes a lot of sense because we don't really need that expenditure at a time when the equation is not balancing.
Members of county assemblies are still awaiting an upward review of their salaries by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission after job evaluation from a human resource firm. Patrick Amimo, KTN.